Moo! A new cow is in town. It's Moomoo. This new brokerage app is taking Singapore by storm with billboards and online ads plastered all around town. What is this new app? What are they offering? Most importantly, is it worth it and should you jump onto this new bandwagon? Or should I say, cow Ruzel? Let's check it out. Hey investors, my name is Ali. Welcome to The Market Talk. Today, we take a different turn from our usual videos. I have no stocks for you. Instead, I have a new broker to talk about. It's Moomoo. This Tencent-backed app has just launched and is promising to be a one-stop shop for your local and global stock trading needs. I have been playing with it for some time now, and here is my review. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber that does reviews of stuff. Here is my first review. Alright, let's cover the basics. It's a digital stock broker. But where it stands out from its predecessor is that it's an app. It's not on the computer. It kind of makes you think of Robinhood, and I think Robinhood indeed has opened up a new market for this. Moomoo is an app that allows you to trade stocks. For this review, I will break it down into 4 main chunks. First, the sign-up process. Is it fast, slow, tedious, or easy? Secondly, I'll look at the money matters, transferring monies in and out. Super important. Third, I'll look at usability. How easy is it to navigate around the app? And lastly, I'll show you how to buy stocks on the app. First, let's look at the sign-up process. Dude, what the heck? The sign-up process was super duper easy and fast. Let me share with you what I did. So, you have 2 ways to sign up. Either you download the app and create an account, or you can get a referral from a friend, follow the link, and then create an account. Friend referrals has no benefit to you, but your friends get 300 Singapore dollars. But oh my god, it was so easy. If you are like me, already tech-savvy and already a heavy user of social media apps, then this Moomoo app sign-up is a cinch. You can connect your Google account or you can create a new ID and password. Either way, the verification via email is instant and you get into the app within minutes. Now that you have an account with the app, Moomoo has to verify that you are who you say you are, which means they need to check your IC, or rather, your credentials. And that's where the SingPass comes into play. Instead of you emailing photocopies of IC or whatnot, the app syncs with SingPass. I mean, with a tap of a finger, the SingPass app opens, you give it the fingerprint, and off you go. Personal verification is done. But wait, that's not the best part. You have to submit your details and the local office here, registered under Futu Holdings Private Limited, needs to verify your details. I started creating my account at 11 AM in the day. I got an email saying it will take 1 working day, but within 1 hour, I received an email saying that the personal verification is done. I thought something was wrong, so I called up the Futu office here in Singapore. They picked up the phone within minutes of waiting. The girl, on the other hand, knew who I was because caller ID. So here's a tip. Always call with the number you have registered. And when I asked her if I was registered, she verified and said yes. In a 10-minute time frame, the conversation was over. Within 1-ish hour of time, I was fully registered and ready to rock and roll. Created an account on the app, linked it via SingPass, and was verified and ready to trade in a mere 2 hours. This, compared to other companies that start with a T, is super efficient. Even my wife doesn't respond to my messages this quickly. Okay, now let's talk about transferring funds. Now this part is where I did some research. So straight off the bat, let me tell you that having a DBS account is the best. The company has a DDA, which stands for Direct Debiting Authorization System with DBS accounts, which means you can tag one of your DBS accounts to the app, and when Moomoo needs to transfer funds into the account, it's debited from your DBS within minutes. Almost as fast as you can pay now someone. It's like you give permission for Moomoo to withdraw from your DBS accounts, but of course with safeguards. To get this started, you go to the app, you choose Transfer Funds, set up a DDA, next you log in with your DBS account. You just need to enter your username and passcode. By the way, all of this is only possible if you have a DBS e-banking PIN and system already set up. Once that is done, the app leads you through some steps to get your confirmation. Click yes, 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 and then done. Setup is done. Next is to transfer the money in. For the promotional period, to get one Apple stock, you need to deposit at least 2,700 SGD. So I kiasu a bit, I transferred in 2,701 SGD into the SG account. Just a note, if you had created an account before 30th of April, Moomoo gives you a grace period of 45 days to deposit money with them so that you still qualify for the one free Apple stock. Now, before I should talk about money transfer, I should also talk about the 3 accounts in Moomoo that is created for you. So the app keeps 3 funds for you, one in USD, one in SGD, and one in HKD, which is Hong Kong dollar. Which means you have to be certain of what fund you are funding. You cannot fund your SGD Moomoo account and expect to buy stocks in USD. So if you link your DBS and it can only transfer in SGD, then how to buy US stocks? Now, what you can do is transfer your own money between the funds, but you need to exchange your money. The app has its own exchange rate and that may incur some costs. I've checked a few times, the exchange rate is pretty competitive compared to what the banks in Singapore offer. I won't give details because the rate changes, and so you will have to monitor this on your own. Okay, so you set up your Moomoo account, you connect it to your DBS and you give it the DDA permission. Putting money in is quite fast. Now, my next concern was taking funds out. So companies will always strive to get your money. But is releasing your money a painful process? Are there a million clauses and fees to traverse through? Will taking out your money be like coming out of Temple of Doom? Actually, not at all. The process for this was like insanely easy to do. I did the same before. I linked it to my DBS account, I clicked on a few buttons and boom, money goes back into my DBS account. The real kicker is that there are $0 in fees. I'm like, what? So, putting money in and taking out money is freaking easy. I was honestly trying to figure out what is the loophole here. Why is Moomoo making it so easy for them to bleed money? I mean, if the markets go bad and there is an exodus of funds leaving the app, there will be nothing to stop them. Then why have they made it difficult to do so? I honestly have not found the answer, and I can only speculate that it is because they don't want to be another Robin Hood. This now leads me to my third point, which is the usability. Now for my third point, the usability of the app. Now this is where my complaints really start. I think the design team had one goal when they designed the app. Blast as many words, lines, graphics, sounds at the user when they turn on the app. I mean, real estate on a smartphone is super limited compared to what you may get in a computer. So they ought to be picky about what they display on the screen. But I think they just flipped the table and said, F it, just dump all of the info on the screen. Really, just by going through some screens, scrolling up and down, it's like information was vomited on the screen. Then again, I think I know why they did this. The app wasn't quite made for the middle-aged, no-nonsense patient users like you and me. It was made for millennials. I love you millennials, but I can't cope up with the busyness on the screen sometimes. There is a lot to read and it's all in very small fonts. An upside is that I found a way to turn off some of the details when looking at the screen and also found a way to increase the font size. But it depends on whether you find it useful or not. Let's say you get past the busy screen. As you open the app, you are shown your watch list. The app pre-fills some common stocks on the screen, but it's easy to unwatch them. You can search for a stock, choose the heart shape to like it, and it's on your watch list. For each stock, one thing I do like about Moomoo is the information they give. In a quick snapshot, you can see the chart, add trading signals and studies on the chart. You can also see the financials of the company for important parameters of the past 5 years. This was super cool for me, at least as a value investor. The app also has a news and analyst section, but I'm not too concerned with this as I can't validate if it's worthy news or info. There are two components that I do find interesting with the app. Both has an almost social media feel to it. The first is that Moomoers can make posts about their trading activity, and you can follow people. It's like Twitter, but just for Moomoo. So common layman retail investors can create posts, upload screenshots of their trading activity and get others to follow them. I'm not a heavy Twitter kind of guy, but scrolling through you can easily find some superstars in the app who have amassed followers with their screenshots of spectacular gains. The other interesting take to the app is gamification. The app utilizes badges and points to get you to use the app more and more. I absolutely hate it. In the first hour of using the app, I was winning so many badges and points, it got really irritating. Like, hello, I'm here to invest, not play a game. I think the badges and points may lead to perks, but that's not what I have signed up the app for. I want to buy and sell stocks. So when it comes to the gamification part, I'm still figuring out the benefits and weighing the pros and cons. Now let's go to the last and final point, how to buy and sell stocks. So let's have a look at how to purchase a stock. This is ultimately the goal, and let's see how easy it is. When you open the info for any stock, you are of course greeted with the info about the stock. You can see the current stock price, you can see the bid and ask prices, and they fluctuate a lot depending on the stock. I think traders may find it useful, but as a value investor, I'm sure of the price I need and I can plus minus a bit, so I don't need to time the bid and ask price. There is a button for trade. Click on it, set your type, price, quantity, and it quickly calculates if you have the money to buy it or if you are going to use any margin. Margin is automatically given to you when you create an account. You then have to unlock the trade with your passcode, then just buy or sell. It's really quite simple. At the end of it, you can simply open the details of each fund, look at your portfolio and see some simple markers about the profit and loss. It's got all the information I need, at least here, buying and selling of stocks, no complaints at all. So in summary, I really liked the account opening process, I really liked the funds transferring process, and I have no major complaints from the customer support team. I did find the app a little too busy, but after 1 month of usage, the dings, bells and whistles will grow on you and you start to notice less irritation. Purchasing and selling your stocks are easy and painless. I definitely found it worthwhile to get the app, and I can see myself switching to this for my SG stocks at least. It's not a recommendation, it's just a personal preference. So that was my review of the Moomoo app. I hope you liked my review. If you have downloaded the app and if you've created an account, do write down in the comments section what you felt about the app. Also, before you go, do remember to click the like button and the subscribe button to this channel. Thank you everybody and see you in the next video.